Soviets invaded Afghanistan in December of 1979, American National Security Advisor Brzezinski gave President Carter a memorandum saying, "We now have the opportunity to give the Soviet Union its Vietnam." He was talking about what is now widely known as the largest American covert operation since World War II.
Recently, there has been another very serious development which threatens the maintenance of the peace in Southwest Asia. Massive Soviet military forces have invaded the small, non-aligned, sovereign nation of Afghanistan, which had hitherto not been an occupied satellite of the Soviet Union. We must recognize the strategic importance of Afghanistan to stability and peace. A Soviet-occupied Afghanistan threatens both Iran and Pakistan and is a stepping stone to possible control over much of the world's oil supplies.
When President Reagan took over the reins of American democracy from Carter, he decided to continue with this policy. The code name for CIA's operation in Afghanistan was Operation Cyclone, and it helped arm Afghan Mujahideen during the Soviet war in Afghanistan from 1979 to 1989. And became the plot for the Oscar-nominated Hollywood film Charlie Wilson's War.
Hey, Congressman Charlie Wilson.
Mr. Congressman. Mr. President.
Tom Hanks plays U.S. Congressman Wilson, who meets Pakistani President Ziaul Haq as a member of the Foreign Policy and Covert Ops Committees.
President, I was asked to come here by a friend in Houston, so this is a courtesy call.
I don't need courtesy. I need airplanes, guns, and money.
Well, we just doubled the CIA budget for covert ops.
From 5 million to 10 million.
That's right.
Is that a joke?
No.
Is that meant to be a funny joke?
No, sir.
Congressman, what they're saying is $10 million from the U.S. to fight the Russian army is such a low figure that it can be mistaken for a joke.
The film, based on his memoirs, shows how funding begins with 20 to 30 million a year in 1980, rising to 630 million a year by 1987.
Osama bin Laden was an American soldier at that time and a very big hero. And these people then were trained. There were sanctuaries for these people in Pakistan, training for them, distribution of arms, and very big build-up of the arms of all types, stingers and all that, and also inflow of a lot of money.
The arms shipments include Stinger missiles, the shoulder-fired anti-aircraft weapons that were used with deadly accuracy against Soviet helicopters.
Ну если ее понятие верности.
Besides covert funding, presidential waivers from Ronald Reagan enable a package from the United States for $3.2 billion over 6 years, equally divided between economic and military assistance. A separate arrangement was made for the purchase of 40 F-16s. In March 1986, the two countries decided on a second multi-year agreement to start in 1988. $4 billion for economic development and security assistance.
Till such time when Russia ultimately was defeated and pulled out of Afghanistan. Thereafter, Americans were very clever. Their war was over. So they, from their side, destroyed all the ammunition dumps. Ojri camp was destroyed. at that time. And President Zia-ul-Haq also met with the air accident. And they made a clean break, and they did not abide by any promises which they had made at that time to the local population.